Hey guys, what's going on? James here. Mr. Chiller, Jimmy Screens. I want to just do a quick video, guys, to show you what I was talking about with using the Python on this black sand and actually how nice it is. And basically just a quick technique that I do. Also, I want to give a couple of shout outs to a couple of new subscribers. I got Min Fish Guy, and then I've got MFSCN, who just subscribed just a little while ago. Thank you very much, guys. I really do appreciate it. Alright, on to cleaning this tank here. It doesn't really need a water change, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I have learned how to do this with the black sand. First thing you want to do is you want to squeeze your tube in half. Alright, that way you put your tube down inside here, and then just slowly release the tube a little bit so it starts filling up with water, and then from there you just go around. You can open it up, just make sure you don't have no fish. And you just stay above the actual sand line. So you get some moss up under here. And that's basically all you do. Come down around the plant. And I mean, just to show you how well it's already established. So, and if you see you got sand coming up, release it. It'll let the sand back out. And then you just pull the detritus up. Alright. And you just keep slowly doing that. A little bit of black sand. But you can see that the dwarf hair is actually settling there really well. I really didn't think that it would take hold to the ground as quick as it did. Go back in, get some more. You don't have to get it all out because in a dirty tank, this is good fertilizer, so just to get some of it out of there. Back in here, get some more. From there, just go around and suck it up. Just keep it off the actual sand. You don't have to put it down on the sand because the water pressure should be more than enough to raise it up. Get it off the sand there for you. And if you want to stir it up a little bit, just pull your tube up and release it. I ended up catching me a piece of, what do you call that stuff? The frog bit. But yeah, if you pull it up a little bit, you can actually release the water and it'll stir some of this stuff up, and then you can pull it out as well. Let me go ahead and just do this here real quick around these other plants. And another thing, don't turn the pressure of your water all the way up, just a little bit. You don't need to get crazy with it. Just turn it up. I only have it turned up like halfway, something like that. Anywhere the detritus is collecting is all you gotta do. Right down here inside the Amazon. Shake the plant a little bit. Pull it out of them. Like I said, you don't have to get it all because this is actually good fertilizer for the actual plants, especially because it's a dirty tank. See how I can go right over the japonica? It'll also take any dead matter off the plant itself, any kind of melting and what have you. And that's it, just kind of go around like a bumper. If you got problems with the plant actually getting stuck up in there, then just squeeze your tube and come back in. And definitely squeeze your tube if fish comes around, because you don't need to be sucking up your fish. See there, it just pulls it all up. And I don't know if I can wave this around and get a little bit more out of there. Maybe a little loose. But it's all pretty simple stuff. Nothing major about it. Like I said, main thing is just squeeze your tube if you see a fish coming around. You don't want to get him stuck up in there. And then you can go right down on the leaves if you have to. See how I go down around the leaf? You're not going to hurt the plant. Just pull the stuff out. There we go. It's about as simple as it gets. I'll show you real quick at the top just how much water I actually pulled out. Probably talking about 15 gallons maybe. So with that, now the only other thing we got to do, put the water back in. So I'll leave this up on top so that I'm not sucking any fish out of here. I'll go turn this back on. Alright, now to get the water going back in. Now what you need to do is dechlorinate, which I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. I'll try it. I use this stuff right here. It's called Neutral Regulator. I buy it in the big container. It's a total of 8.8 pounds. And this is if you're using tap water, which I'm going to go ahead and I'm doing the tap water. And this keeps your pH at exactly 7.0. You just add a couple of teaspoons. It's basically just a salt for fresh water. Doesn't hurt your fish. Just drop it in there. It's going to get mixed up in there. And this product is actually made by Seachem. And no, it's not aquarium salt, just so you know. It's just called Neutral Regulator. And sorry, I stepped out of the way here a little bit. And that's all you need. That dechlorinates your water, and it also keeps your, like I said, pH at neutral. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just that simple. And then the main thing is just to check your temperature, make sure you're not burning up your fish. I'm a little warm, let me go get some cool water. Check that. There we go. I run my tanks at about 78 degrees. So you see how fast that water change is, right? That took me, well, you figure whatever this video is, that's about how long it actually took to do the water change on the 55. Like I said, I didn't really need a water change, but I wanted to show you guys what I was talking about with the Python, and the easiest way that I've seen with this black sand, because the black sand is new to me, so you know, I'm always coming up with different ideas on how to do things to make life a lot easier. So, you know, if it helps you guys out, you know, that's all that matters. But the main thing is, like I said, is to squeeze that tube before you put the big Python tube in there. That way you're not sucking up any fish, or plants for that matter. Turn your water, I don't know, you just want enough to where you're going to get a decent suction, nothing crazy. And then from there you just go around your plants slowly, especially newly planted plants. You got to go around there slowly so that you're not going to be uprooting stuff. The dwarf hair and all that stuff's been in here about a week, I guess, a little bit longer maybe. So you can see how it's already taken hold, and that's what you want. And in my case, once the water gets up to that level, I've got to squeeze the tube and then run it over to the sink and then shut everything off. So let me go ahead and get this going real quick. Another thing you can do is when you're filling it up, if you want to get some detritus out of these plants, just shoot it down in there. Get it up on the plants. Squeeze your tube if it gets a little carried away. Get this stuff stirring up. That's what you get your filters for. I fill my tanks up to basically about a ½ inch from the top. The only reason I know I can trust it being that high is because I did the sealing of this tank myself, so I know exactly where I can go with the top of this tank. So that's pretty much it. Just, I mean, like I said, stir stuff up. If you're doing your water change, now's your chance to get things stirred up and get it out of here via your filters. Alright, with that I'll be right back. My water is full. That's it. The hose rolled up, put away, and you're officially done with the water change. So like I said, whatever it took for this video is how long it actually took to do the actual water change. Stuff's floating around, like there's a couple of little straggler plants. One right here, I'm going to go ahead and put it down. And I notice there's one more right up in here. That's the glossostigma. What it's doing is it keeps breaking off every once in a while and floating to the top, which is cool because it just makes things a lot easier to see what's going on, and you're able to just replug them back into the actual sand. And as you can see, there's a little bit of detritus, but nothing drastic. And then when it comes to, you know, stuff like that right there, just you can either take an old toothbrush or whatever the case is and just comb it up. Just be gentle so you're not actually pulling it, but That's it, guys. Hope you liked. Comment, let me know what you think. Thanks again to my 2 new subscribers. I really do appreciate it. And with that, I hope you guys had a great weekend. And I hope you have a better week. Bye-bye, everybody.